just going back to the point you mentioned about social demographics, I think that's an element or a predictor in human success, which is looked over constantly. People constantly talk about race and gender and ethnicity as prime indicators of success. I've always said
class.
The class you were born into, that is the biggest indicator
Absolutely.
of where you will go in life. Because the percentage of people who sort of want to move out of the situation, which is very difficult from both sides. So the bottom side, the working class individuals, they have this crabs in a bucket mentality, whereby, you know, once they see someone slowly climbing out, they'll call you a sellout, or, you know, or the classic phrase, "you've changed," which I'm sure you've heard a few times. Yes, of course I've changed. You know, I want to better myself and escape this this prison that I'm in. And then also from the top side as well, so those in the middle class, you know, they're almost like they're bitter towards people who have gone through social mobility. So for example, when we went to uni for the first time, you know, we obviously had to, you know, fix a few impediments that we had from the council estate, you know, the way we spoke and certain mannerisms and using slang and in it and all this. So I think there's backlash from both ends, and then once you add the complexity of culture on top of that as well, you get this concoction of trash and mess, and it's difficult to escape that mental prison. So I'm glad we're both here today having this conversation, hopefully motivating people to do the same thing.
No, great. It's some great points there, and I think the point about social mobility is a pertinent one, because I've always said I have much more in common with a white working class lad from Salford, from Glasgow, from Newcastle than I do for any, you know, ostensibly Pakistani Asian looking guy from down south, or who went to grammar school or, you know, private school, because culturally we are different.
Absolutely. Do you know the phrase, misery loves company? Poverty loves company as well. Poverty does not care. It does not care.
Yeah. And, you know, if you look back at our grandfather when he came to the UK, you know, some of his best friends were just made down in the kind of literally on the coal face in the steel factories. And that did not care about your name or your skin color, but you were all the same working class guys trying to make a better living, working 16 hours a day for your family, and
6 days a week. That was it.
That was the kind of, almost you could say, the fraternity, the brotherhood that formed in the kind of you know, the fortresses of the front line, you know, literally the dungeons and the kind of cracks and crevices of the coal mines and steel factories of the 60s and 70s.